So I want to impersonate a student to see what it's going to look like the minute they do log in to Edgenuity. So I'm hoping you can't actually hear the video. I don't think you can, but of course it's going to go through the orientation and tell the student about the progress of the different tiles, what that means to be on track, the green for ahead, obviously, and then the red if they're behind. And it says you need to put in some extra time to get caught up. So we also have the actual grade like they're showing on this, so that's good. If you're behind, your actual grade will always be lower. Yes. Okay. So they're going to get this video. Remember these tips. And we kind of have to remind them to do this. You know, it's not like they hear it the first time and they're always going to remember it. We kind of have to repeat, take notes on what they're learning, and then stay on pace. It's that time management that they understand. And it's more of a challenge when they hit something challenging, when they get stuck on something. And advocating for themselves. We've got to coach that, encourage that. And then, of course, I think the last one is making sure they're doing their own work. Don't plagiarize. So we want to encourage that. Okay, so they see this video. Yeah, he's saying don't pass through your work off as somebody else or someone else's work off as yourselves. We have kids that will do like learn how to quote and copyright and put them in resources. Of course, the appropriate age of the kids can learn how to do that better. So now it's going to say click a tile to go to the course path. So this first video is right when they log in. It's 2 minutes and 5 seconds. It talks about the tiles and what the grade kind of is and how to work towards that. Okay, so I'm going to close this one and I'm going to click on math, and then this video opens up. This is a 5-minute video, so I'm going to pause this. I'm going to unpause it because it is important. Remember, that's where they view the e-notes. And it's going to tell them how far behind they are. Of course, with examples that Edgenuity has with the test accounts, it can show like 26 months behind. We don't want kids falling but just a day or two behind. So let's encourage that. And then, you know what? I can make this bigger so we all can benefit from this. Okay. So the kids can click on their home button and then they get to see other stuff. But don't forget to point out this help center because it has some really good information on some, quick little videos like this that are professionally made by Edgenuity of how to do that. This also reminds them that they can't skip around. They have to go sequential, like building that content up before they can take the assessment, reach a mastery. Remember, mastery is set at 70 with 2 attempts. And in that other video that I showed you, kids get stuck with this, with these little frames. They can't move forward until they've watched it, and they could influence or point this out a little bit more than what they do. But those 4 frames that are there, frame 1, you have to finish, and then you click the little arrow and go to frame 2. And if kids have expanded their window similar to what I've done here, but even made it bigger, they may not see that little next activity or the little frames where they can click on. So to help them know that, those would be good things to do. Okay, it talks about e-notes, how you add that on the side. And as a student, I cannot fast forward this, even though I've watched it 1,000 times, but we're doing this. I want to see what the kids are seeing so no one questions and says that they're getting the video over and over and over or anything. It is appropriate, the very first home video, is 2 minutes, and this one, which is almost 5 minutes, on how to manipulate inside the video. And I know many of you guys have already showed this to the students, but this is another way to reinforce that. You know, maybe not all, 30 of your kids in one class or all 150, 180 of your kids have actually watched this. So this will give them that opportunity. They'll get to watch it. I'm hoping just one time here, the 2 videos, and being able to take advantage of it. And those who have logged in the day before school starts here with the Edgenuity content anyway, some of them may have already been going through this. Okay, I am pausing it again. Oh, no, wrong pause. Okay, so then it says, now it's time to get started in your online course. So that closes. That was 52 seconds. That's the second video of how to use, this is the course map. The first is the intro. So I'm going to close it out of this. And then I'm going to go back to my home where my tiles are. Click on home, and then I'm making sure everything else looks okay. There's nothing there that's jumping out. Oh, I want to take this opportunity and show you PE real quick. PE will look different, and the PE teachers, you know this, but right here's that little heart. This is how that they can go in and take no other fitness activity. So I'm impersonating the student, so that means I can, I'm actually doing something. So if I add a fitness, I'm putting today's date. I'm going to be Sunday, impersonate by Heidi for 10 minutes. Okay. Just showing that this can be done. Thank you. And it could be cardio, it could be flexibility. Maybe I should put it under flexibility. And then I go ahead and hit add. The goal with this, and then it just it adds them up. The goal is whatever you guys have set with individual students, but I think we're pushing for 60 hours a semester. And it doesn't mean the kid that gets 65 is going to get an A and the kid that gets 55 is only going to get a B or a C. It's still their individual and their quality, but set that bar of expectations. We're letting them do different things. If I'm sitting on an exercise ball right now, sitting here doing this video, and I could be counting that as, I'm trying to hold my abs in, anything like that. If they're doing things, if they get up and get around, walk around the park, walk their dog, babysit. So I know the PE teachers, and I've talked about this. So it's all their individual area, but I wanted to show that real quick because many of you guys will have kids in PE. And this is another good example of when I may be the New Mexico history teacher, but it doesn't hurt for me to look at this holistic view of this child and make sure that they are performing in all their courses within reason. It's even though they're not my HQ area and I'm not responsible for them, we're still a team, and that team effort's going to get more out of our kids. So, okay, the 2 videos are there. Even if I click on English, it doesn't run. All right, so it's running properly. I'm not seeing any issues. They're going to get the intro for 2 minutes, the other one for almost 5 minutes, first thing tomorrow when they log in, unless those have already logged in at home. So, cool. Thank you so much. The program is doing what it is, and have a wonderful day.